Guys, it's Mrs. Grimes. I'm going to kind of redo our 9 o'clock session. We had some audio issues and then had some that weren't there. So I just want to be able to have a recording to send out as well. So I will go through this very quickly. I've done it a couple times and I've gone over time. So one thing that is helpful is to do the audio setup when you come into sessions. One thing that if you continue to have audio issues, sometimes it's the connection of your internet. So you might check on that and make sure it's fast enough. Um, Other possible solutions on what's going on with why you can't hear or something like that. So there's volume on the computer. There's internal speakers, so make sure that those things are off, that they're not muted. The volume settings are appropriate. So there's lots of things to try. If you completely can't figure it out, tech support might be your option. A little bit about me. I want to welcome you to KSVA. I am very excited to get to know students and learning coaches and work as a team to make sure that you are meeting academic and your personal goals that we have for this year. Here is a little bit about me. I was born in Olathe, Kansas. I moved away and then came back and am raising my kiddos here now. I graduated from Olathe North High School. I played basketball at Hutchinson Community College. I then, after college, came and worked with adults with disabilities for 8 years, and then went back to school and finished my associates at Johnson County Community College. I received my bachelor's of arts in elementary education from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, but I'm a huge KU fan. I have been teaching for 11 years now. This is my 7th year in the virtual setting. I taught kindergarten first, and 1 year I did second as well. I did kindergarten through second grade. And then I taught third and fourth grade in a brick and mortar school in Missouri for 4 years. I have 3 kiddos. Let me move this back over. I have 3 kiddos. Lauren is in 8th grade, almost 14. Gabriel is almost 12 and is in 7th grade. And then Nathaniel just turned 8 and he is in 3rd grade. And there's our Scarlett O'Hara. Couple things about me. I am a Cub Scout den leader. I had started a new job of crossing guard as well this year. So I run up in the morning and pop back on for teaching all day. And then I run back up in the afternoon for just a quick get them back home safe. So it's like 6 houses from my house is the school. So not very far at all. A little bit about me. My favorite color is yellow. My favorite author is Patricia Polacco. Look her up at the library if you're there. Favorite food is tacos. And my favorite subject is reading. I have 1 dog, Scarlett, and 7 hamsters. Don't forget, the more that you practice at anything, the better you get. So this week is orientations. This week is when we're learning all the things that we need to learn to be successful this year. So let's practice on that. Also, same with everything else that we do in math and everything that we do. The more that we practice, the better we get. We did talk about the away symbol. It looks like the symbol on the screen with the person and the clock. That would mean that a student needs to go to the restroom. They're walking away from the computer. So I know during a class that you're not right there listening. Also, learning coaches, you can put in the chat box if you're walking away. You can put in the chat box that you're walking away so I know that the student is sitting by themselves. Raising your hand, we practiced that this morning for those that were there. A couple things about that. One is don't keep pushing the hand button. Number one, it's very distracting to others. And then also it tells me who raised their hand first and so on. So just raise it once, and then once I have called on you and you talked on the microphone, push your microphone back off and push your hand down. So once you talk, you still have to push that hand down. We practiced a little bit with that today with what's your favorite food on the microphone. We'll have more time to practice um, later as well. So there's lots of other things we're going to practice with students, but that's all we did today. A couple announcements for learning coaches. One is our weekly announcements. I will send out an email on Friday with the link to the website, our class website. Every Friday, please go in and read the announcements on the front page of our class website. And then once you've read those announcements, you'll find the secret word somewhere on the page. This week I put it super easy by this survey. Then you're going to click on the survey and put that secret word in, and I'll track that you're reading those announcements each week. So really, you should be looking at those announcements Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I know I get overwhelmed with all the emails from teachers on Friday from my kids' teachers. So it's okay if you do it Saturday, Sunday. Just be ready for Monday, and you know those announcements. So what is our schedule? What is our day going to look like? So we'll have our live sessions with me. And then you'll have a pacing chart that's going to tell you what lessons to do in the online school. Sometimes those will match, like we will do a live session together and then I'll ask you to go do the lesson that's on your pacing chart. And other times they'll be separate. We'll be doing some online lessons at home that are different than what we're doing in the Class Connect sessions with me. It's really important for the learning coaches to be organized and know what lessons are coming up the next day or the whole week. Sometimes learning coaches plan that whole week. Have things ready, materials, books, everything that you need for the lesson the next day or that week. So students aren't having to wait and then get bored and move on. So make sure that you're ready and organized for that. Visual schedules are a great way to keep students on track. So for example, in my brick and mortar classroom, I would have a schedule of what time we do everything. And sometimes they can even move around. So you can write it, dry erase, or you can do Velcro and be able to move it different places each day. Don't forget to put on that calendar, on that schedule, breaks, multiple breaks throughout the day. And if they see where they are, then there's no question of when's my break? When's my break? If you can see the schedule right after the picture of math or the word math, you see a break or whatever it is. And so they know that it's coming, and sometimes that makes it easier. Don't forget to put on your schedule those live sessions or put in your phone a reminder to beep at you 15 minutes before the class starts or something like that, because you do get busy with lessons and forget about those live sessions. There's no reminder in the OLS. There's no dinging there. So I like to put it in your phone or on your calendar on the computer so it will remind you. This is an example of a class schedule, but this is kind of my class schedule. The ones that will stay the same for sure are the morning meetings. They are 8:45 on Monday through Thursday. That's where we're going to do our calendar work and all that fun stuff. I love that class, so I hope you guys do as well. The science, history, health. We rotate those three subjects in Monday and Wednesday at 9:15. Those are going to stay. Those are permanent. You can put those on your schedule. And then the rest of these courses will be assigned to you. So each student will be placed in one math and one ELA small group. And I will let you know if it's going to be 2 times a week for each of those or 4 times a week for whichever ones they are. So one session for math, one for ELA, but they might be different times of the week. So I will let you know as soon as testing is done for that. Reminder that class connects are required because some of that curriculum is coming from me. So make sure that you're attending those sessions. If for some reason you can't be there, then you need to email me as soon as you can, as soon as you know something. Pacing charts. I have not sent them out yet. I will. I just don't want anybody to get started too early because the live sessions, some of them will follow the curriculum, will follow the pacing chart. So they need to be done on track. Many LCs print this pacing chart and be able to mark it off. Students being able to see that, again, a visual, being able to see that I'm done with those lessons for today. And here are the lessons that I need to do tomorrow. Be aware that some days there might not be a math lesson. You might just be doing math with me on in a live session. So whatever's on the pacing chart is what you do that day. This is an example of the pacing chart. So as you can see, there are no lessons to be done on this whole week. Now, one big important thing is in the online school. It says I think daily lessons, lesson plan or something like that. We don't follow that. We follow the pacing chart. So don't worry about anything that the OLS is telling you to do lessons. We don't start lessons till the 26th. For example, this phonics. So for the whole week of the 26th, you're going to do Unit 1. I'm not sure how many lessons are in that right now, but you will do that whole lesson. So if it's 3 lessons in Unit 1, you do those 3 lessons within that week. If it's 6, then you might have to double up and do a couple. So these are examples. Here's the next page of quarter 1. So you can see that some days there's not math, some days there's not social studies. You just follow this pacing chart. Okay, that's all we got through today. We have lots more to go through tomorrow. So hold tight. Don't think that you don't know enough yet. We will get to all of it, I promise. Have a wonderful day. I will not be in the afternoon question and answer. Miss Ochsner and Miss Burdick will be there if you have questions for them. If not, you can email me, or I will see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for our next session. Have a great night. Thanks. Bye.